The absence of significant difficulties at featherweight, according to UFC analysts John Enke and Kenny Florian, is what motivated Ilia Topuria to switch to lightweight. According to Kenny, if the division featured more prestigious names like Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway, El Matador would most likely continue at 145 pounds, but he might feel that there is nothing more to gain by staying there, given that he has already defeated the two biggest stars in the division. Florian noted that money is a big motivator and that Ilia might have thought about staying if there were bigger PID days available at featherweight. However, fights against contenders like Diego Lopez don't offer the same financial incentives while still carrying a high level of risk, because moving to 155 makes sense if Toro loses to a lightweight legend or one of the division's all-time greats. His stock wouldn't take much of a hit, and he could always go back to featherweight, Florian said. Ilia wants to win a lightweight title, land a few major bouts, and eventually become a legend in the sport. Additionally, he underlines that, given that no one has ever knocked out Max Holloway, Topuria's performance against Max sets an almost impossible threshold to surpass.
I would say this: if he had another one or two guys like Max Holloway and Volkanovski at 145, I think he's staying at 145 pounds. I think that he feels that he has nothing to gain by staying at 145. He already beat the two most difficult and most accomplished names in the sport, so now it's like, what else do I have to do? Money is a great motivator, and if there's more money fights for him down there, then I think he would stay. I don't think there's going to be more money against Diego Lopez, and I think there's just as much risk perhaps as a Volkanovski and a Max Holloway. So he says, wait a sec, if I go up to 155 and lose against an OG or one of the greatest in that division, I lose nothing and I can always go back to 145. But I want to get another couple fights, and I want to be a belt holder at 155, and then I'm out. And I think it's just, he's trying to find the fastest track to being an absolute legend in this sport. That's what I think.
And Kenny not only beat him, he beat the crap out of him.
He beat the crap out of him. So it's like,
right.
Before they have even entered the Octagon, MMA fans are already contemplating the potential of an instant rematch with Alex Pereira and are already looking beyond UFC 313 to explore this possibility. He is so confident that he not only believes he will win, but he also promises that the first-round finish will make Pereira unrecognizable. I have never turned down a rematch when it comes to myself. If I have to choose whether or not he receives an immediate rematch, I will undoubtedly say yes, because I have already given opponents the opportunity to argue that they should be given one on two occasions in my career. Finish the quote. Anaya is accustomed to immediate rematches, having previously engaged in back-to-back bouts with Johnny Walker and Kauti Laba. His remarks, however, have caused division within the MMA community. Some view them as a sign of confidence, while others view them as premature chatter before he has even won the title. In his prediction for the bout, former champion Robert Whittaker has sided with Alex Pereira to win the title again. He believes that Anvi won't survive the first round if he doesn't aim for a takedown right away. Whittaker underlined Pereira's strength and striking confidence in an interview with the MMA Arcade podcast, saying that it would be too risky to stand with him. He thinks that Anvi's best and possibly only chance is to knock the champion down in the first 3 minutes. If not, Bruce Buffer will announce the bout before it even gets to the second round. Whittaker also highlighted Pereira's unpredictable feature, which is an X element that increases his threat level inside the octagon.
And I want to see, like, if I'm coaching Evloev, I want him dropping to both knees and shooting from across the cage.
100%.
You know, I want him like army crawling to Pereira's ankles. That's
so
we're blanking him 25 minutes.
Yeah,
that's like, we need to slow him down, or we need to get him into a position where he's uncomfortable. We need to start like making threat levels elsewhere, because you see every stand-up fight Pereira is in, every single one of them, even when he's hurt, even when he's getting hit, like when he was with Roundtree.
Yep.
He's just comfortable there. I got Pereira as well. But nothing against Ankalaeva.
When asked about El Matador's switch to lightweight, Movsar Evloev said he isn't letting Ilia Topuria out of his sights regardless of the weight class. Although he has unresolved business at featherweight initially, Evo has stated that he is getting ready for 155 himself. He also criticized Toria's derogatory remarks and efforts to inflame a rivalry between Georgia and Dagestan, calling them pointless drama that only serves to divide fans. But if Ilia wants to continue ranting, he's easy to find. If a confrontation is required, Evloev has no trouble traveling to Georgia, which is only 2 hours distant. His true objective is Topuria, not just winning a title. He believed that even though Ilia had defeated nearly everyone, he had not. He is committed to proving who the true strongest featherweight is, since there is still a question that needs to be answered. Evgeny isn't going to back down. No matter what occurs at 155 or even at lightweight, Islam Makhachev wants his chance even if he defeats Topuria 10 times. He sees it as an opportunity to establish his superiority as a boxer, not as a rivalry.
When you see Ilia Topuria move up to lightweight, does that upset you at all? Like, did you want that fight someday?
Yeah. I'm making my body prepared for 155. Yeah, but first of all, I need this title, and then I'll go after him.
Just Ilia? Yeah. Why? Why Ilia?
Yeah. I don't know why that guy's talking about Dagestan against Georgia or something like that. It's like not good for fans. Do you know? Just 2 hours. There is only 2 hours to drive to get there. It's like pretty close for Ingushetia. It's not good when people start talking bad, So I don't like this. But if we talk about Ilia and Islam, of course I'm rooting for Islam because he's my brother. I know him from...
Although it was initially anticipated that To's switch to lightweight would result in an instant championship challenge against Makhachev, UFC CEO Dana White recently alluded to a number of potential opponents for Tapia's upcoming bout, including Sarikhan or Ola. However, credible MMA reporter Ariel Helwani has disclosed that, given To's rising star power with his most recent victory over Volkanovski, all indications lead to a Makhachev versus Tapia bout this summer. A bout between the unbeaten featherweight champion and the powerful lightweight king might be one of the most well-publicized title fights of the year, since the UFC may still favor the largest battle possible. However, if Tapia must fight a contender first, opponents like Charles Ola and Arman Sarian pose a significant threat. Zukhan has made no secret of his ambition to return to the Octagon, and a meeting with Ilia would pit two of the sport's most explosive young contestants against one another. With the UFC's plans still up in the air, Ola, a former champion, has the finishing power to put El Matador's ground game to the test like no one else. There is no doubt that Topuria has a lot of risky battles ahead of him at lightweight. That's all MMA Psycho has to say. Please remember to subscribe for daily MMA news.